Coach Sheldon Harrison. There never been no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. All right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys. So this fight between Megan Anderson and Norma Dumont. You know, this is a fight that's starting to intrigue me. Okay, just a bit. Now, y'all know I'm not a fan of Megan Anderson, okay? I've just never been. And me and Megan, we've actually had some back and forth, okay? Where she'll sneak diss me and I'll just come right out and tell it, what I think about her. But I am going to put my bias aside. And based upon, me watching fights of both Megan and Norma, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen in this fight. Here goes. Not a whole lot was known about Norma Dumont, and I'm pretty sure that most of you dudes watching the video didn't even know who Norma Dumont was. I mean, I didn't, and I'm not finna come on here and tell you that I did. So what I did this morning, I do what I always do when I don't know. I research. I found as many fight videos as I could with Norma Dumont in it, and I wanted to see what Norma does. How she handles pressure. What she does in the clinch. What does she do on the ground? How's her striking accuracy? How many punches can she throw in a short amount of time? Her combinations. I was checking everything. And I'm going to tell you, on my assessment, Norma Dumont isn't much of a striker. She's not a very polished striker. Her hands are a lot slower than Megan. Norma, what she likes to do is she likes to try to play a little bit at a range before she tries to get you to the ground. Her Jujitsu, now that's a whole nother story. Norma Dumont, her Jujitsu skills are on point. Like they're very on point. And Norma Dumont is extremely strong. Like she's very, very, very strong, and especially in the clinch. Like Norma, she's the type of fighter that you can get her against the cage, and she can sit there and take a breather and rest, and then all of a sudden reverse the position and take you down. Her takedowns are very, very good. Striking though, if Norma Dumont tries to just throw like these little lazy jabs at a range against Megan Anderson, she's gonna get knocked the hell out. And Norma likes to do it. Like she'll put her hands out, or she'll throw these little faint pawing jabs, and the jabs are designed to really not do anything. It's just to help her get in so she can get the fight to the ground. Norma will stand with people that can't hurt her, and I've noticed that about her in her fights. She'll stand with the person, she'll throw hands with them if she feels like that, they don't have enough power. And she's done that in a couple of fights where she'll stand there and she'll trade, But the majority of her fights that I've seen, out of 4 fights, I've only seen her just trade with one other person. The rest of the fights, Norma is trying to get this fight to the ground. Once the fight is on the ground, it's pretty much over. I ain't seen nobody else strong enough to even get back up when Norma takes the fight to the ground. And we all know that Megan Anderson, she struggles against people with high levels of jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I mean, Megan struggles against these people. The only person that Megan actually beat with a high-level wrestling game, in my opinion, is Kat Zingano. And I give Megan full credit because Kat couldn't continue. She stopped Kat Zingano. She stopped her. She kicked Kat in the head. Kat couldn't continue. And it was a legal kick. For those of you people, oh man, but Liz Carmouche did a DeVal, and you said DeVal still, Liz don't get credit. Well, it was illegal, and that's the difference. It was illegal, and that's where I'm going with that. But Megan has struggled with wrestlers and jiu-jitsu practitioners. She's not had a good go at it. You go look at her history. She fought Cindy Dandois. I mean, it just didn't work out. And she fought Holly Holm, who isn't a high-level wrestler or jiu-jitsu practitioner, and Holly Holm dominated that fight on the ground. And she struggled against Felicia Spencer. Felicia Spencer made easy work out of Megan Anderson. So you have those people that they had an easy time fighting Megan Anderson. They just did. Norma, I don't know if Norma, I want to say, how can I say it, the Octagon IQ to try to get a fighter like Megan to the ground. Megan is going to have a window. She's going to have a small window with Norma, because Norma is going to stand back for a little bit to try to assess the situation. And if I'm in Norma's corner, I would not advise her to try to stand for a length of time, she better be defensively responsible, because Megan, her right hand, she's very powerful, and Megan got good hands. Okay, I'm not gonna say because I don't like Megan Anderson as a fighter. I'm not gonna say that she don't do stuff well. Megan does some stuff well. Her hands are very good and they're lethal. And Norma, she has to be aware of that. She's got to be very much aware of that, because one punch from Megan Anderson and game over. That's just what it is. Megan has shown that she has gotten better on the ground. Her last fight against Zara Fernando Santos, she finished with a submission victory. Now, I do have to say that Zara Fernando Santos, she's not a ground expert, okay? This girl Norma is. And if Megan want to hope to win this fight, it's not going to happen in the clinch, and it's damn sure not going to happen on the ground. Okay? Megan got to avoid jujitsu or rolling with this girl at all costs. If this girl get Megan to the ground, this fight's over. Norma isn't very fast on her feet. Megan's footwork is actually pretty good. So what Megan is going to have to do, Megan's takedown defense needs to be on point. And she's going to have to circle away from Norma's power side. She's going to have to do it. Because the power side, too, is where they can try to take you down, and they're going to use that power side to get the fight to the ground. Megan needs to circle away from that and let Norma walk into a trap. Trap meaning that right hand. That's what Megan needs to do. Norma, isn't very good at cutting off the octagon. She's not very good at that at all. So Megan can take advantage of that. And start and begin to wear Norma down with jabs and leg kicks. And that's going to be a key too. If I'm Megan, I would not throw any head kicks, or I wouldn't throw kicks to the body. Norma is going to catch those. And I've seen Norma do that in a few fights where they try to kick her to the head and she'll catch those kicks. Norma, her reflexes are good, her footwork is slow. So Megan is going to have to, be thinking of that along the lines. And if this fight does, happen to get into a clinch, Megan's submission defense need to be on display. Okay, because what I've seen out of Megan when it comes to submission defense, to me, it hadn't been very great. Okay, when people have actually had Megan in a submission hold, they're normally successful. And I think that that's going to be the strategy of Norma Dumont. I can't see her, unless she's stupid, her trying to exchange with Megan for a long time. Yeah. So this fight's a very interesting fight. You guys are probably thinking, who do you think I win? Who do you think could win this fight? Honestly, in my honest opinion, I think Megan Anderson can win this fight. And I think Megan will win this fight. The reason why, I just think that the skill level of Megan Anderson on the feet, I think that's going to play more of a role. This girl Norma, she get hit too much and she don't move her head, and that's just not a good thing when you're fighting a fighter like Megan Anderson. You have to be able to move your head, and you have to be able to move, because Megan, she likes pressure. She's going to close that distance, and she's going to attempt to do that. She's going to make that effort. When I say put pressure, Megan is going to be smart enough not to get close. But she's going to put the pressure on Norma so she can get her strikes off. And she's going to try to crowd Norma against the cage and just pepper her with, left and right combinations. That's what she's going to try to do. Norma, if Norma can pull this off, though, if Norma can pull Megan in, or play possum, so to say. They say that in MMA, play possum, where Megan is confident enough to actually get inside of mid-range, Norma can get the fight to the ground, and it's game over. So guys, this fight is really intriguing me, because it was hard for me to pick a winner. But after watching the video footage and looking at what they do, the skill sets and the attribute, I think Megan Anderson will win this fight. Okay, I think she'll win it, and I'll probably say by third round TKO. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube. Oh, now if Norma can pull this off, I mean, well, she just went to the launching pad. But I just don't see enough that could indicate otherwise.